Welcome to Copilot Podcasts. Imagine a surgical team being guided by an AI that can predict complications before they happen, spot a tumor that human eyes might miss, and monitor a patient's recovery in real time from miles away. Today, we're diving into how artificial intelligence is transforming surgery, from diagnostics to remote monitoring, and why hospitals can't afford to wait on adoption. By the end of this episode, you'll understand exactly how AI is reshaping modern surgery and what it means for patient care.
You know, what's fascinating is that we're actually witnessing what Dr. Melton Mose from the University of Minnesota calls a new industrial revolution in surgical care. The technology has evolved to a point where it's capable of things we once thought only humans could do.
Wait, an industrial revolution in surgery? That's a pretty bold comparison.
It really is, but the data backs it up. Recent studies show AI-assisted robotic surgeries are reducing operative time by 25% and decreasing intraoperative complications by 30% compared to traditional methods.
Those are impressive numbers. How exactly is AI achieving these improvements?
Well, AI in surgery is evolving through three distinct stages: standardization, automation, and adaptation. We started with creating standardized prediction scores, moved to automating routine tasks, and now we're entering this fascinating third stage where AI actually collaborates with surgeons.
Can you give us a concrete example of how this works in practice?
Sure, one of the most successful applications is in colonoscopy. There's a commercial computer vision tool that helps doctors identify potentially cancerous polyps in real time, significantly improving detection rates.
That's incredible. It's like having an extra pair of eyes that never gets tired.
Exactly. And what's even more exciting is that surgical precision has improved by 40% with AI assistance, particularly in complex procedures like tumor resections and implant placements.
Let's talk about the patient experience. How are they benefiting from all this?
The impact on patients has been remarkable. Studies are showing recovery times shortened by an average of 15%, with lower post-operative pain scores.
Those are tangible benefits that really matter to people.
And it goes beyond just the surgery itself. Remote patient monitoring using AI is transforming how we care for patients after they leave the operating room.
Tell us more about this remote monitoring aspect.
Well, AI-powered remote monitoring systems can now detect early signs of complications, track recovery progress, and even predict potential issues before they become serious problems.
That sounds like it could really reduce hospital readmissions.
Absolutely. And it's particularly valuable for monitoring patients with chronic conditions or those recovering from complex surgeries at home.
But I imagine implementing all this technology isn't exactly straightforward.
You're right. According to recent surveys, about 77% of healthcare organizations cite immature AI tools as a significant barrier to adoption, followed by financial concerns at 47%.
Those are pretty significant hurdles.
They are, but here's what's interesting. Despite these challenges, we're seeing a 20% increase in surgeon workflow efficiency where AI has been successfully implemented.
That's quite a productivity boost. But what about the cost factor?
Studies are actually showing an average 10% reduction in healthcare costs over conventional procedures once AI systems are fully integrated.
So it pays for itself over time?
Exactly. But there's another crucial aspect we haven't discussed yet: the explainability of AI decisions.
What do you mean by explainability?
Well, while AI can be incredibly accurate, it's sometimes difficult for it to explain how it arrived at a particular decision. This creates an interesting dilemma for surgeons.
How so?
Would you prefer a highly accurate AI system that can't explain its decisions, or a less accurate one that can? That's the question many surgeons are grappling with.
That's quite a philosophical dilemma.
It is, and it's one of the reasons why AI is currently seen as a tool to augment surgeon judgment rather than replace it.
Let's talk about training. How are surgeons learning to work with these AI systems?
That's another challenge. Healthcare organizations are having to develop new training protocols and workflows to effectively integrate AI into surgical practice.
I imagine that's quite a learning curve.
It is, but the potential benefits make it worthwhile. We're seeing AI being used for everything from preoperative planning to intraoperative guidance and post-operative monitoring.
Speaking of monitoring, how does AI handle all that patient data?
That's actually one of AI's strongest suits. It can process and analyze vast amounts of patient data in real time, identifying patterns that might escape human observation.
But surely there must be privacy concerns with all that data processing.
Absolutely. Privacy and security are major considerations, which is why there's such emphasis on developing AI systems that comply with HIPAA and other healthcare regulations.
How are hospitals handling these privacy challenges?
Many are implementing what's called federated learning, where AI models can learn from patient data without the data ever leaving the hospital's secure environment.
That's clever. It's like giving the AI access to the insights without compromising patient privacy.
Exactly. And this approach is helping to accelerate adoption while maintaining security standards.
Let's talk about the future. Where do you see this technology heading?
Well, we're seeing exciting developments in areas like digital twin simulations for surgical planning and even autonomous suturing systems.
Autonomous suturing? That sounds like science fiction.
It does, but it's already being developed and tested. Though again, the goal is to assist surgeons, not replace them.
What about smaller hospitals? Can they benefit from this technology too?
That's a crucial question. While the initial investment can be significant, cloud-based AI solutions are making the technology more accessible to smaller facilities.
So it's becoming more democratized?
Yes, and that's essential for reducing healthcare disparities and ensuring more equitable access to advanced surgical care.
What about resistance from healthcare professionals? Are they embracing these changes?
There's naturally some hesitation, but as the benefits become more evident, we're seeing increasing acceptance. The key is demonstrating how AI can enhance rather than replace human expertise.
That makes sense. Change can be scary, especially in healthcare.
Exactly, but the data is becoming increasingly difficult to ignore. When you see consistent improvements in patient outcomes, it's hard to maintain skepticism.
Are there any particular success stories that stand out?
The colonoscopy example we discussed earlier is particularly notable. It's a perfect example of how AI can enhance human capabilities without replacing the surgeon's judgment.
And I imagine patients are generally supportive when they hear about these improvements.
Most are, especially when they understand how AI can reduce complications and improve their recovery time.
What would you say to healthcare organizations that are still on the fence about adopting AI?
I'd point to the data we discussed earlier: 25% reduction in operative time, 30% decrease in complications, 15% faster recovery times. These aren't just numbers, they represent better patient care.
And potentially saved lives.
Exactly. While the challenges of adoption are real, the potential benefits for patient care are too significant to ignore.
As we wrap up, what's the one thing you want our listeners to take away from this discussion?
The AI in surgery isn't about replacing human expertise, it's about enhancing it. We're entering an era where technology and human judgment work together to provide better patient care.
It's really about augmentation rather than automation.
Precisely. And the hospitals that understand this and act on it will be better positioned to provide the best possible care for their patients.
Well, that brings us to the end of today's episode of Copilot Podcasts. Remember, the future of surgery isn't just about robots and algorithms. It's about using these tools to make surgery safer, more precise, and more accessible for everyone. Thanks for listening.